Hi everybody, how are you all? I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a great week. Coach Queenie here. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Elsa Morgan. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I also have a home business. And tonight I'm coming to you from my bedroom. And I'm actually on my bed, just stretching my legs out, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a quick live. And I just did my skincare routine, and I just wanted to show people one thing is me without makeup, just to show you that the glow is natural, right? It is got nothing to do with my foundation or anything like that, that I actually am genuinely glowing. And I'm feeling fantastic. So as you're hopping on, say hello, tell me where you're coming in from, and tell me how your week's been. I know I look a little bit different as well with my glasses on. I don't normally wear glasses, but it's time that I do. I wanted to share with you my morning routine that I've implemented for a couple of years now that has definitely changed my life. And I think it's really important for you to understand that how you start your morning really sets you up for the day. And you know, for me, I never really realized how important a morning routine was until I actually started implementing it. And I had one of my mentors actually talk about how he doesn't pick up his mobile phone first thing in the morning when he wakes up, because, you know, the first 30 minutes of your morning really sets you up for the day, and it can totally set you up to have a reactive or a proactive state. So anyway, as you hop on, say hello, tell me where you're coming in from. This is going to be a quick live, but it's one that it's definitely going to help a lot of people. So if you do want to share this, please, I give you permission to share this live, because I can honestly tell you, morning routines, especially if you're building a home business, your morning routine is super important, right? So let me start off by asking, have you ever wondered how and when do you do a morning routine? Obviously you do it in the morning, but what do you actually do? And do you do it after you get out of bed? When you get out of bed, you know, what is it that you do? So let me give you my 3-step routine in the morning, and a bonus before I go to bed as well. That is, you know, I incorporate it all together. Right? So first thing in the morning when I wake up, I actually do gratitudes, right? So I actually say thank you. You know, I'm so grateful for opening up my eyes. I'm so grateful for, you know, for being able to see my husband and for being able to see my babies, you know, my 2 children who, you know, the 3 of them are my world. I'm so grateful for lying on this bed. So grateful for the roof over my head, and basically just think about all the things that I am grateful for that we often take for granted, like, you know, the clothes on my back, you know, the shoes on my feet, all of these things that we take for granted, but we should be grateful for, because so many people around the world don't actually have that opportunity to have all the things. And so by putting yourself into a grateful state, it really sets you up to be, I find I'm in a more calm state, because there are so many things to be grateful for. Like, there's just so many things. Like, I go, God, I'm so lucky. Like today, my husband bought me a bunch of flowers. And I'm so grateful for that, because I love flowers. I love white lilies, and they just make me happy, right? And so that's the first part, and it just makes me happy to do that. And the second part, actually, it's actually more like 2 more parts. I've just incorporated a meditation routine. It's a 20-minute meditation routine that I do, and it's a guided meditation, and it's absolutely fantastic, because it really helps you to, you know, to center yourself before I actually get out of bed. And it helps you just to do some deep breathing, and really set yourself up in terms of where you're going and what sort of a day you could be having today. And then I do some visualizations, basically visualizing what my day is going to be like, visualizing like my life, what am I working towards. And that's really important, because visualization help you program your mind. Most of us in society, if we don't do visualizations, we're surrounded by so much negativity. We are surrounded by a lot of people that are conditioned to just think small, just to think within. Hey, Haley, congratulations. You are on fire, girl. I'm so proud of you. And so visualizations are really important because you are programming your mind for what you want to invite into your world. You are programming your mind to, these are the things that I want in my life. And the key thing is that whilst your conscious mind knows that what it is that you're thinking about, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not. So by you thinking about what you actually do want, you're actually in a good and happy state. So your subconscious mind will say, wow, like Elsa really likes thinking about these things. Like maybe we should invite more of that stuff into her life because it makes her happy, right? And so that's why the programming is so important, because eventually what happens is that you start reprogramming your subconscious mind to actually wanting what you do want. And it's so important that you do visualize, because unless you see it in your mind, it's very difficult for you to manifest that into reality. I think that is science, right? And so if you really want to get into it, you can also look at quantum physics and you'll know more about it. So guys, drop me some fire emojis if you can understand where I'm coming from. This is super, super important. But also, there's obviously law of attraction, law of abundance, and all of that sort of stuff. So, so I basically do gratitudes, I do a guided meditation, I do visualizations. And then what I do is once I finish my visualizations, I literally get out of bed and I jump up and I say, I freaking rock. And this is something that Joseph McLennan, who is a trainer for Anthony Robbins, actually recommended. That I was attending one of his trainings, and he actually said that this is something that he does. And so I do it every morning, where I just wake up and it changes my state. It changes my state from just getting out of bed versus jumping out of bed with excitement. And so it instantly puts my body into a state of, I'm ready. And so I highly recommend that you do something like that instantly changes your state, right? One other thing that I do want to say to you as well is that it's really important that you do not pick up your phone the first half hour that you actually, when you wake up, because in the first half hour after you wake up, you are the most, I wouldn't say vulnerable, but that's when you take on the most information throughout the day. And so you want to make sure that you are feeding the right information into your mind. And that's why visualizations, gratitudes, and things like meditation are really important for you to implement, because that way you are feeding your mind good positive thoughts that you want to invite into your life, or you're putting yourself into a positive state, versus picking up the phone and you might get a message that's negative or puts you into a reactive state. Or if you, for example, look at Facebook, there's so much negativity going on at the moment, Instagram, Twitter. You want to ignore all of that for the first half hour at the very minimum, and to be able to put yourself into a positive state. The other thing, the bonus tip that I do want to give you as well, is that at night, right before I fall asleep, I actually do pre-sleep programming. And this is something that my mentor, Ray Higdon, actually taught me through his course, The Power Mind. And it has totally changed the game for me. And essentially what it is that as soon as I finish reading my book, I actually close my eyes and I think about something that I want to hit or achieve in the next 90 days. And I can see myself actually achieving it. I can see what I'm wearing. I can see who I'm surrounded by. I can see my happiness and how I'm so excited. So I'm basically visualizing exactly what I want to invite in my life in the next 90 days. And that's called pre-sleep programming. And the reason why this is super important is because it's the last thoughts that you have before you close your eyes, right? And so when you're in a deep sleep, that's basically what your brain starts getting into work. Now, I don't know the science behind it, but apparently it is a very powerful exercise for you to be able to implement straight away. If you start doing that, it literally can create a shift in your life, because it's the science behind it is that once the very last thing that you think about, your brain gets to work straight away, and and it has worked for me, by the way. So I should read more about the science so I can explain it more. But you know, my thoughts are, if someone that I look up to like Ray does it, then I should do it too. And it certainly has worked for him, and it has worked for me too. And so I totally recommend that. So just recapping, guys, I wake up, I say gratitude's number one. Number two, I do a guided meditation, which has been fantastic, that I've implemented in the last 2 weeks. And number three, I also do visualizations. I also jump up and put myself into a state and I say, I freaking rock, right? And then at night time, I know it's not my morning routine, but it lends into my morning, right? I do pre-sleep programming, which is super important. Omar, how are you? And this is so, like, guys, having a routine is so important, not just in, you know, your day-to-day routine in your work, but also in your morning routine. It sets you up for success. If you just get up and do the work, you are setting yourself up for failure. If you intentionally get up with activities like visualizations, like gratitude, like meditation, they are going to set you up for success. You are intentionally programming your mind and your body and your state, your energy for success. And this is what you want to do, is you want to be someone that is geared for success every single morning, right? You want to make sure that you tackle the day with enthusiasm. And the way that you do that is by setting yourself up for success, and having a morning routine is going to get you there. Like, you really need to intentionally work it. Now, if you don't believe this and you think that this is a bunch of woo-woo, I highly recommend that you listen to or read the book called The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers by a gentleman, Hal Elrod, where he interviews heaps of top earners in the network marketing, like 6 and 7 figure earners in network marketing, and they talk about their morning routine and why it's so important for them. So if they know that that sets them up for success, you can bet your bottom dollar there is definitely fact behind it. So guys, I hope this has given you some insight as to what you could do for your morning routine. You saw me with my glasses and you've seen me without makeup. Look, the glow is real. Look, no filter, no filter. The glow is real. Like, a lot of people go, you're glowing. Yes. You know, I started taking a supplement 30 days ago. Actually, it wasn't even that long. It's almost 30 days, right? And I have to say the change in my skin is phenomenal. And it's very rare that you will catch me on a live without foundation. So I did want to show off my skin tonight with no foundation, so you can see for yourself how fantastic it looks. So anyway, guys, if you do want to know more about that, by the way, nothing to do about morning routine. If you do want to know about what's actually making me glow from the inside and outside, please feel free to drop me a message, and I'll be able to share a quick 2-minute video with you. And otherwise, it's no big deal. Have a great night, guys. I hope you're well, and I'll talk to you soon.